Florida is asking girls to report their menstrual history if they want to participate in sports. A form that asks female student athletes in Florida to report on their menstrual cycles is being blasted by LGBTQ+ and pro-choice activists. The medical form has reportedly been used for about 20 years and asks athletes about conditions like allergies and seizures to determine fitness to participate in sports. It also asks female athletes to fill out optional questions on the date of their last period, how often they get their period, and the date of their first one. As per the report in the Palm Beach Post, this year, multiple school districts in the state transferred the form online and use a third-party service, which has caused concern among both parents and doctors, as the forms are both accessible to coaches and vulnerable to subpoena. Medical privacy laws like HIPAA only apply to information being stored by healthcare providers. Because this student data will be stored by a third-party company called Activate, it makes it vulnerable, even though its contract ensures confidentiality. As women and trans people are increasingly targeted by state laws, such as in Florida, where abortion is outlawed after 15 weeks and trans girls are banned from women's sports, many parents and doctors are skeptical of asking students to store sensitive information like this online. I swear to God, I thought this was a story out of The Onion, and that's just too many things out of Tallahassee sound like they're coming out of The Onion. Or this could be a plot line on The Handmaid's Tale. I mean, my God, what kind of perv is asking, when was your first one? I mean, seriously, I feel like there was a man in a dark room with a questionably active zipper, back there putting this together. I mean, this is disgraceful and horrible, and it's optional. Parents opt out. Women opt out. Schools opt out.
So you just described DeSantis and his minions. They're not going to be happy until Florida is Gilead, like in The Handmaid's Tale.
When you've got groomers like Matt Gaetz, in Florida office, what are you going to do? And an important thing to note is that this information would normally be held by the school, healthcare, the nurses, so it would be covered under HIPAA. Now it's not going to be covered by that anymore because it's moving out of the hands of healthcare providers. And this can be used both against schools that are allowing trans girls to compete kind of on the download. They may be in team practice, but not competing outside the district because some districts are allowing it. But it's going to be used to target them. But also then you may get girls trans boys who are assigned female at birth who may have this stuff on file when suddenly it's become public record and they might be outed as trans, which could be harmful to them as well. And honestly, nobody needs to know when a woman's cycle is, whether they're cisgender, transgender, it does not matter. It's no one's business except for them and their healthcare provider.
Yeah, I just don't see the importance to know that. And I do believe that it is targeted for our trans community where they do not want them to compete. And so this is just a backdoor way to start something that can turn into something that's totally out of control, thanks to, former President Trump. I think he made people think like, we're just going to do whatever now.
When I read the story, I had a flashback to years ago. Some of you may be too young to remember this, but there was all that talk in certain states about if women wanted to have an abortion, they had to go through the transvaginal ultrasounds. And it's like, I read this and it's like, this is the next step. This is a little personal because I sort of understand, a little bit about this. I obviously haven't had a transvaginal ultrasound, but I've had to go through other procedures where it's like, okay, I kind of understand what these women are going through. And I mean, this is just beyond an invasion of privacy. And you're absolutely right. Opt out.
I just hope that the meme of DeSantis in the white go-go boots might take a little wind out of his sails. Have you seen that meme?
Oh, yes.
Quite pretty.
Comparing him to the blue M&M.
Yeah, that's right.
The green M&M.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.